Hello my friends and welcome back to another Brotato Danger 5 challenge run. Hope you're all doing well. Today we're doing one of the challenges that's been requested the most since I started doing these runs, King with Grenade Launcher. I think I've actually never bought this weapon in a video. It's a very weird weapon. Just like Revolver, it has a long reload cooldown, but it has one bounce and explodes. So you can clear a lot of enemies with it. But it's actually quite low damage for a heavy weapon, so we're going to need to get our weapon set online pretty early. Like a lot of the other challenges where you're playing the King with a weapon that only shows up at level 2 or higher, there is an element of luck where we do need to find weapon upgrades. But we should be able to do that, I think. And here, I could start taking attack speed immediately. Attack speed is going to be really important on the grenade launcher. Because it not only increases our attack speed in between shots, but also reduces the cooldown time a lot. But I think I'm going to roll for harvesting here. I could take a ranged damage as well to try to keep our wave clear up, but I'm going to roll one more time. Okay, we missed twice on harvesting, so I'll just take the attack speed. As the King, I'm going to buy the cake because it gives me plus 1 HP and makes future cakes better. We can't have a grenade launcher show up in the first shop. It's impossible to get level 2 or higher items in the first shop. So I'm just going to reroll a couple times to see if there's any other really good economy items that we want to get early. You know, something like a bag or a fertilizer would obviously have been great. Otherwise, we're just going to save our money so that we can buy a grenade launcher if one shows up. The downsides of this weapon are that it's, despite being a weapon that only shows up at level 2 or higher, it's actually just not that strong a weapon. It does fairly low damage and everything like that. And then also, it is super expensive to buy. So I think it costs more than 67 base. I think we won't be able to afford one if one shows up in the shop. So that's going to be a real issue. We did actually find a level 2 weapon, or level 2 item. Unfortunately, it wasn't a grenade launcher, but I'm going to roll a couple times here. Can't take Peaceful Bee, sadly. It costs 2 HP and a ranged damage. We just can't afford to do that. Weird Food is probably worth spending 2 health on, so I'll lock that. And then I'm going to roll one more time and see if we can find a grenade launcher. Again, got a level 2 item there, or even a level 2 weapon there, but it wasn't a grenade launcher. The real challenge for this character is going to be wave 4 when the lamprey shows up, because our very slow attacks are going to make it harder to survive that. Try to run in a little spiral here in order to stack enemies on top of each other. Not making great money at this point because we have no harvesting, but we do have 2 armor, which does help a lot. I'm going to roll once looking for harvesting, roll again. I missed on harvesting, but I will take 10 luck. That's good as well. Lumberjack shirt costs me 2 health. And I think we will have the damage once we start stacking it to just kill trees anyways. And we've got an explosive weapon, so Lumberjack shirt I think is a little less powerful. It would be nice if we found Pocket Factory. But what I really need to do is just roll for weapons here. I will spend 2 HP on the bag. That's going to be a lot of money. And lens, is that worth spending 2 max HP on? I think we do have to buy ranged damage. Okay, wow. So we got a second grenade launcher. That's really good. Gives us the explosive and heavy weapon tag, and also, of course, a second weapon, which is the most important thing for this character. I don't actually know how likely it is for a grenade launcher to show up, because it's a weapon with 2 tags, which makes it less likely, and it's a level 2 plus weapon only, of course. Oops, obviously should not have walked into that attack. It's going to be really hard to avoid dying to this lamprey because we can't kill it. So I'm going to lose a lot of materials just to not being able to pick them up without dying. And so we only picked up 63 that wave. I will take 8 harvesting here, and then I'm going to pick up the 2 level 1 items. That would drop me to 9 max HP. That's pretty low. Or do I just reroll? I think I do still just want these, and then I'm going to reroll once. Piggy bank is kind of interesting, but I don't think we can afford to spend a bunch of money on something that then requires us to save money in order to give us any value. So I think we're going to pass on that. I'm not sure if buying the 2 level 1 items there was good or not. We're gonna get bullied by these buffed mantis shrimp because our single target damage on this weapon is obviously very low. And they're fast. Trying to work my way back around to where I can pick up all these doubled materials and then also kill the tree, although it turned out that the tree had died to a bounce, and I just didn't see that happening. Can we get this tree without dying? Didn't quite manage it, left a lot of materials on the ground, but still not terrible. So I could take 6 max HP to try to avoid just getting one shot, but I think I'm actually just going to take attack speed here, and then we'll take 10 more luck. A blunderbuss is not the right item for us. Recycling machine is kind of interesting because if we're dropping level 1 items, we won't always want to pick them up because we're the king. So the recycling machine can give us some value from those. But again, I think spending 57 on a pure economy item is not where we want to be. So I'm going to roll here and look for more grenade launchers. That's what we really need. Increasing our crit chance is actually quite good on this weapon because it has an increased crit multiplier, and both the crit chance and multiplier go up as it levels. I actually had to look that up on the wiki before starting this run because I had no idea what the higher level versions of this weapon did. But I think, again, we don't want to spend 2 max health on it, and I think I still need to pass on metal detector because I just need to find more weapons. Black belt, this could be pretty good. It obviously costs me luck, but the extra HP that we get from leveling up faster is pretty nice. The knockback is maybe relevant as well. On the other hand, this is our last shop where we have a guaranteed weapon, so I think I'm pretty incentivized to just reroll here. Looking for a grenade launcher, I'm going to reroll twice. Missed twice, but we'll take a laser turret that at least can give us some extra wave clear. Yeah, now we're reaching the point where the damage on this weapon is quite low, so we're not actually one-shotting stuff that we're shooting. Okay, we got a crate there, so the bag finally paying some dividends, and we'll see what shows up in the crate. If we get a good item out of the crate, then I feel like we're in okay shape. If we don't, then not having found more grenade launchers is going to be a real problem. We also have no healing, and I need to be really careful of the... Nah, I just didn't have the clear speed there. Alright, let's give that another try. Like a lot of the other runs where you're using a weapon that only shows up at level 2 or higher, this one is fairly luck-based, so, you know, we need to roll into more weapons, otherwise we're gonna struggle. So I don't expect to be able to guarantee winning this one. Let's roll for harvesting. I could take a ranged damage. I still think I just want harvesting. We are getting really unlucky on finding harvesting, though. Dynamite, obviously, I'm going to lock. Do I just buy it right away? Probably. I just buy that, and then I'm going to roll once, and then go to the next wave. %15 damage increase is actually really nice because it actually increases our damage. Percent damage on this weapon, because it has a fairly low amount of base damage, doesn't always actually boost your damage output, but when it's 15% extra damage, then suddenly it does. Here, let's roll again. We'll take 5 harvesting, and then I'm going to roll looking for a gun. Roll again. Okay, metal plate I will lock. That's a good enough item, and then we're going to go to wave 3. Metal plate, obviously great for our defenses, and doesn't cost us health to buy, which is very important. The other thing that went wrong in the last run also is that I invested in an early bag, and then despite having a lot of luck, we just didn't get any crates. Okay, can we hit the tree here? There we go. Alright, got a crate here. Gummy Berserker, of course, I'm recycling, and I'll take 6 max HP. I do want harvesting, but this is a level 2 upgrade, and this will let me buy more level 1 items without that being a huge problem. We are going to invest into the bag again, and then I'm going to roll looking for grenade launchers. There's our fireball, if we were doing a fireball run. Unfortunately, I can't take the bait here. If I had a second gun, I probably could, and be able to clear the lampreys, because this gun does good AoE damage. One more reroll, and we missed again. Okay. But with only one grenade launcher, we definitely can't. Because we're leaving a lot of materials on the ground as well, I need to try to make sure I'm picking up materials as much as possible. But I also need to stay away from the lamprey, and also break this tree, which is inconveniently right on the edge of the map, where it's hard to shoot it. Have to get the timing right there. Okay, we did. Now I just need to not die. There was another tree down there, but we got one crate, and it had a bag in it, which is obviously great, especially because the second bag doesn't cost us max health. At this point, I think I am just going to take ranged damage, because it's a little late to build harvesting, and spending a bunch on rerolling for it isn't that helpful. I will take a cyber ball. This can help clear enemies much faster, and then I think I still need to reroll. Okay, we got a level 3 grenade launcher. If I buy the metal plate, how likely is it that I make 100 materials this wave? So that would put me down to 59 materials, so I would need to make just under 100 to be able to buy the second grenade launcher. I think I can't risk it. I think I need to be able to buy the weapon here. I'd have liked to buy the metal plate, obviously, to free up that shop slot and to have more armor this wave and everything. It's unfortunate that the buffing alien tanks 2 hits as well without dying, because we just can't clear it before it buffs stuff, and that obviously slows my clear speed and makes it much harder to play on this wave. Because I got a crate, we're actually getting very lucky on tree spawns, and I got 2 crates this wave, so I actually could have bought the metal plate, but there was no guarantee of that happening. A level 1 turret. Costs me 2 max HP, which is obviously really bad. Does increase our potential damage output, which is pretty helpful. I think I should take it. I do need damage around the map, and I'll take a metal detector here. Then I'm going to take 8 harvesting or 6 max HP, or do I roll for attack speed or ranged damage? I think I'm just going to take 6 max HP, because I took that turret. Our max HP is low, and then we'll take 2 ranged damage here. We'll take a grenade launcher. I'll buy the metal plate. I will spend 2 HP on the baby elephant as well, because Cyberball and baby elephant together, suddenly we have a really good luck damage setup. And then this is what I was hoping for when I picked up the turret, is that we would get more turrets. Since we're doing Cyberball and baby elephant stuff, having more just random damage around the map is actually really good for us. Do I want the little frog? I do want harvesting. Pickup range is not bad. We're leaving a lot of materials on the ground. But I think I'm just going to reroll here and try to lock another grenade launcher. Weird food, probably good enough to buy. And then I'll roll one more time and go to the next wave. So we missed on a third launcher, but we do have reasonable damage output just from our luck damage and our turret. So hopefully we can make things work based off of that. I need some healing of some kind. Right now we have no form of healing. Probably it's going to be regeneration, since this weapon attacks really slowly, or rather has a long cooldown in between its attacks. Don't know if I'm going to be able to put enough damage on the loot alien to kill it, but I am going to try. We have double bag, so it's super valuable if I kill a loot alien. Not only do we get the crate, we also get the extra bag money. Kill this tree. Nah, I couldn't quite. And I left a lot of materials on the ground to try, which was a problem. Losing 2 HP for the scared sausage, I think I'm going to recycle it. We do have a random damage theme on this character, but it costs 2 HP, and that's just a lot to spend. And then here, I'm going to reroll. I feel like we can get at least a level 2 upgrade, and we'll take 3 ranged damage. Fishhook is probably pretty nice. Cursed enemies could be really bad. We just don't kill stuff that quickly. But Fishhook is just a really powerful item, obviously. And then I'll roll here, and I'm still looking for a grenade launcher. I'll lock a metal detector, and I'll roll again. Obviously, I want to lock stuff because we have Fishhook, and we'll roll one more time. Campfire, I probably need to buy, especially if it gets cursed, because of the regen, and we'll roll one more time. And again, I'll lock a plant, because we have Fishhook. So still haven't found a third gun. Other than that, things are going okay. Except that I just walked into an enemy and took a bunch of damage for no reason. So these cursed moray eels are pretty dangerous for us. Have to be very careful with those. On the other hand, our clear speed isn't horrible because we have the cyber ball and baby elephant, so we're getting a lot of damage value off of that. I also need to check my boss waves, if I have elite waves or hordes. That will change how we have to build in the next couple waves. Definitely, honey is incredible here. Losing the move speed is very bad. I need to fix my move speed, but explosion damage and explosion size and ranged damage, obviously amazing. We'll take 15 attack speed as well. Only the plant got cursed, which cost me 2 HP, but it's still worth buying. Sad tomato I'll buy. Metal detector I'll buy. Campfire not cursed, I think we're going to pass on. Okay, nice. We got a grenade launcher. Missile, I don't really want to lose attack speed. But I guess I'll lock it because we have Fishhook, and I'll roll one more time and lock a ritual as well. Level 2 or higher items are pretty good to lock. Okay, we have all elites. That's bad. Definitely a problem there. And I think I'm not going to reroll again. So I need a lot of defensive stats. We're going to be looking for armor and healing, regeneration and stuff, and of course more max health before we fight the elites. But at least we're clearing the waves right now, so we're making okay income. We don't have good harvesting, so our income's a lot lower than most characters would be at this point. But other than that, we're killing stuff, which is really the first challenge that you have to overcome. And we've even found a third gun. Truly, we are blessed. Sadly, no crates that wave. But I'll definitely take 10% more attack speed. And then here, I'm not sure if I take the HP or the speed. I forget what I have locked in the shop. I don't think either of those stats are represented there. We definitely need to boost both of these stats because negative movement speed is really bad. But I think 20 HP is just too low, so I'm gonna go ahead and take 9 HP. We'll take a grenade launcher. I'll take the cursed ritual, and then I will reroll. Cursed baby squid would be great. Banner is exactly what we want, and I guess insanity is really good as well, especially if it gets cursed, since this weapon does so well with bonus crit chance. It will cost me 2 health, but I think it's worth locking for our Fishhook. That's not that many rerolls for guns, is the downside of the choices we made in that shop. Is that we're not going to find a grenade launcher, since I locked 4 items. But hopefully we make enough money to buy those and then still reroll and find another gun soon. And I don't think that we can afford to not buy powerful items and not use our Fishhook and stuff like that just to reroll for weapons. I really need the defensive stats that those items are going to provide before we fight an elite. Guns are a lot less important to us right now because we have triple elite as our bosses, so we need defensive stats to be able to tank through those. Killing the elite is going to be really difficult, so we don't need offensive stats as much as we need to just be able to survive. Pretty good income that wave, honestly. I'll take 2 ranged damage here, and then I'm going to reroll, and 3 range damage would be pretty nice. 8% damage would be good, but I think we're just taking 9 HP. Okay, no value off our fishhook. Come on. I'll take the baby squid and the banner. Insanity, not cursed, I think is still worth buying. Missile, yeah, I probably just have to buy all these items, and then we will still just do some re-rolling. I am looking for more grenade launchers and anything that we can lock to get good curse value. Cursed fishhook would go a long way as well. Let's roll. Okay, nice. We got a grenade launcher and a shady potion. Great things to lock. Let's save our money so we can afford to buy those. More grenade launchers is really important as well because the explosive weapon tag increases our explosion size, meaning that we get a lot more damage and more AoE. Lumberjack shirt would be okay for us, especially if we then find Pocket Factory, because we can end up with a bunch of extra turrets if we do that. I can't complain too much because we got pretty lucky on crates early, but the more recent waves have been a little stingier. We did drop one from that tree, though, that the turret's been working on all waves, so at least we got one. But with really high luck, you'll tend to get a lot of crates. One of the advantages that the king has. Okay, I need to not die here. Oh, no. 1 second. So that cost me a lot of money because I took that extra damage. We went down to 1 HP. Let's go ahead and just take some more max health. And then fishhook continuing to disappoint. I will take another grenade launcher. I mean, I guess I'm just going to buy all these items. Celery tea we're going to pass on. I need to find defensive stats more than that, and then I will lock a grenade launcher. I'll take a turret. I am going to buy the mushroom. We need more regen before I fight the elite, which is coming up next wave, so even at the cost of 2 HP, that's still pretty good. Lock another grenade launcher, that's great. And positive movement speed is exactly what we're hoping for, so we'll lock the wings here. If I get enough money to buy all of these, then we'll be in okay shape to fight an elite. Not amazing still, but because my armor's low and my regen is decent, but not incredible. But probably one of the best setups that we could sort of realistically expect if I can buy out that chop. Especially if I find a couple points of armor in this next level up. I don't think we'll hit level 15 this wave. If we did, then that would be great because we would get a guaranteed level 3 level up, which could be a 3 armor boost. And that would be incredible. But I just don't think we have the income for it. With our very low harvesting, our income is not as high as it looks. So right now we're having the sort of worst of all worlds situation with the fishhooks, where they are causing me to have lots of cursed enemies show up, but we've gotten almost no cursed items from them. We'll take the percent damage there. Okay, this is great. Now we've got fishhook value. We'll take the cursed grenade launcher and the wings, because I need to be faster than the boss, and then we'll lock the blindfold and roll. Do one more reroll, and we'll lock another grenade launcher. Getting a leveled up cursed grenade launcher would be incredible, because we'll get more bounces on it, and be able to just clear the whole wave. We actually might be able to kill this elite, because our damage has increased a lot with the addition of the cursed grenade launcher, but I'm still probably just going to play it fairly safe. This is a very tough elite to fight. And obviously, with this weapon, our effective attack speed is very low, which is usually what determines whether you can kill a boss or not. So I'm going to put some damage on it just to see if we can, but yeah, it's looking like it would just be too dangerous to try to kill it. Getting too close to it is very risky with this boss because it's very easy to stay full health if you stay far away from it and not take damage from it, but if you get close to it, then these projectile groupings become much more dangerous. So while I do have the damage to kill it, I just don't trust our defensive stats, and there's no particular reason that we need to try. And then when we get to the next elite, we will have way more damage output and be able to kill it almost certainly. We'll take the Gentle Alien here, and then we'll grab 3 armor. That's perfect. Now our defensive stats are in much better shape. And we also finally got good fishhook value. We'll take the grenade launcher here. I'm going to combine to a level 4 cursed grenade launcher. So we've got still only 2 bounces, but 132 damage a shot with the bouncing grenade launcher, and only 1.5 second cooldown between reloads, so that's actually really good. Then I'm going to reroll here, lock another grenade launcher, lock a Lucky Charm, and go to wave 13. Oops. I do have to be careful, because our damage output has increased vastly, but my healing is still not incredible, and with 50 max HP and 5 armor, we're still in danger, especially because we have a lot of cursed items, so there's going to be a lot of high damage cursed enemies. I would love a baby gecko. We had to pass one pretty early on because we couldn't afford to spend 2 HP on it, on an item that doesn't increase our damage output, but now, if they show up, I will start taking them. But just having all these cursed grenade launchers is obviously amazing. Fishhook finally pulling its weight. Losing 7% attack speed is really bad, but I still just want to boost my ranged damage, and then I could take 10 luck, but I feel like we can do better. I'm going to take 2 armor here. The armor is just so important for this character. Let's go ahead and combine and buy another cursed grenade launcher and cursed lucky charm. We'll lock a mutation. It does cost me 2 HP, but we just want to lock stuff when we can because we have double fishhook. And Peaceful Bee, we're not really building dodge. I guess I have the blindfold, so I'll build some dodge with the blindfold. So if the Peaceful Bee gets cursed, would I buy it? Still costs 1 ranged damage, but it would be a lot of dodge. I think it's just not worth it still. If I had, like, 1 more dodge item, then I would probably buy the Peaceful Bee, and we could start building dodge as well. But with no guarantee that we're going to invest in dodge, losing ranged damage to buy it seems not particularly strong. Since each point of dodge makes each other point of dodge better, you only want to buy dodge if you're going to buy a lot of it. Happy to get that crate, of course. And now we're just exploding everything across the map, which is awesome. Yeah, we'll take the weird food. We already have one, so we don't even lose any HP here. Head injury, 2 HP for 6% damage. My percent damage is at 71%. I think I'm going to pass on that. I do need more max HP. I'll take 4 regen here. That's really good. I'll take the blindfold. Mutation will help us kill the boss faster. Lumberjack shirt, I could keep locked. A cursed lumberjack shirt is really good because it increases tree spawns. I don't really want to go down to 46 HP to fight the boss, though, and we already one-shot trees, so I think I'm going to pass on the lumberjack shirt and just keep rolling. Capping my move speed at 13. That's a little lower than I like, but 8 regen is really good. 8 engineering isn't terrible either, so I am just going to take the shackles, and then we will lock all of these items. Extra piercing and critical hits, really good with the eye patch, so we're going to lock that as well. Alright, we should have the damage with all these cursed grenade launchers to be able to kill this boss pretty quickly. So, let's just keep damaging it. Still a hard elite to fight, but if you can kill it fast, then this one's fairly safe. And as a ranged character, it's easier. So, there we go. Very clean elite kill there. Much less clean taking 1,000,000 damage from Pufferfish and As we've seen, picking hits from pufferfish can be more dangerous than you might expect, since their damage is bugged. We're now pretty strong. All I need to do is just get a little more armor and regeneration, and I'm feeling in great shape. Yeah, I'll take the Bloody Hand for sure. As the king, we get bonuses because we're gaining a level 4 item, so that gives us max HP. I will still just take 12 max HP here. And then here, by the way, also, I'm not combining because I don't want to lose these to level 4, because I don't want to lose a cursed grenade launcher. But what I might do... nah, we'll just take this and have another level 3 cursed. And then we'll take a leather vest and a cursed padding. Keep the eye patch locked. Clover, I'll still lock. Cauldron, I will lock as well. And cursed celery tea, 55% enemy health is probably... we can get away with that, so I'll lock that as well. With all our cursed guns, we should be able to kill enemies even with 150% health. As the king, of course, we get bonus damage and attack speed for level 4 items, but we only have cursed level 3s, so I don't want to combine those into level 4s, because it would cost me one cursed weapon. So, still waiting for other ways to level those up just by having level 3 grenade launchers appear. The really nice thing is now that we've gotten our damage really high, we kill enemies before they ever get on screen because of all the bouncing shots. Nice, got that loot alien kill as well. And... yeah, we'll take a jerky for sure. Small magazine, one of the best possible things we could find. I guess I will actually start building dodge now, so maybe we could have taken Peaceful Bee, but the dodge showed up in a... we've got a clover locked, and the dodge showed up in a way where it is very cheap to buy. Eye patch is great, we get extra piercing. By the way, normally you don't want to combine piercing and bouncing if you're using ricochet, because... the bounce happens before the pierce, and so damage reduction from the bounces will apply to the pierce shots as well. But weapons with inherent bouncing don't have damage reduction, so that problem doesn't happen. So you can buy piercing shots with like slingshots and grenade launchers without costing yourself anything. Sharp bullet, we already have the eye patch, but a cursed sharp bullet I would definitely take. Particle accelerator I'm going to pass on. I do love that weapon, but the grenade launcher is our choice of tool here. Have the perfect amount of max HP as well. The extra lifesteal from Bloody Hand is also really good, of course, because we are now actually firing a lot of shots. Since we have 6 weapons and they bounce and pierce and everything, we hit a lot of enemies with every shot we fire, so that's a lot of chances to potentially apply lifesteal. The way that lifesteal works, you can only lifesteal once per shot from a weapon, but each time it hits is an independent chance to get that lifesteal. So a grenade can only ever give you 1 health, but if you hit 20 enemies with it, you have 20 chances to get that 1 health. So more bounces and more pierces are very helpful. Yeah, we're going to recycle the energy bracelet, of course, and then here, more attack speed. Just always more attack speed on this character. I'm definitely going to buy this. We now have another level 4 cursed weapon, so more attack speed, more % damage because we're the king, and then we'll go ahead and upgrade to a level 3, buy the cursed cauldron, and keep the sharp bullet locked. I'd have liked to reroll and try to lock other stuff with our double fish hook, but I think we're okay. And then we should be able to kill this boss super, super fast, because our damage is now insane. Level 4 grenade launcher has ×3 critical multiplier and base 20% crit chance. So it's actually really good with critical hit stuff. We haven't gotten anything like a tentacle or a hunting trophy in this run, but if you did get those items, then it would be really nice with grenade launcher. Grenade launcher is just a cool gun because it has all the synergies. It's explosive, it's got good crit chance, it's got bouncing shots inherently, so it works with piercing. So you can use it with like pretty much any synergy item, and it works very well. It's just getting to the point the point where we're strong like now, that is the challenge. Yeah, we'll take an anvil. It's only going to tick once, but I guess twice, because we'll enter the shop wave 18 and 19. But upgrading our weapons to level 4 is amazing for us, and it's plus 5 HP, because it's a level 3 weapon, or level 4 item. We'll take that. I will take this as well, and we'll take a leather vest and more attack speed. A med kit for extra regen is really good. That's basically the only thing we were missing. Now we have 84 health and 45 regen, and also gain extra regen. So we're gonna just crush everything as we go through, and then we'll take sharp bullet. I would have liked to get that cursed, but we didn't. I'll take lumberjack shirt here as well, and then barnacle, it's a little too late for. We'll lock the dangerous bunny, and I'm gonna roll one more time, lock a dynamite, and go to wave 19. I guess actually the dangerous bunny was kind of silly because we're only going into, we'll only have one shop, so it won't pay for itself. So I won't buy that. Just a habit there. Having the extra pickup range from the cauldron is also really nice because this character struggles with leaving materials on the ground, but with the cauldron it's much easier to grab most of them. Also, crate drops. Very nice. Trying to pick up materials here, but of course, any enemies that we kill on the opposite side of the map at the end of the wave, we're just not going to be able to grab those. So we left 50 on the ground, but that's not so bad. I'll lose 2 HP and take the coffee. Bag. We're going to recycle because we're going into wave 20, so there's no point. Mouse we'll still take, of course, because extra percent damage is really good with the bloody hand that we have. And then, yeah, I guess I'll just take 2% lifesteal here as well. Even though it got cursed, we're not taking Dangerous Bunny like I talked about. I'll take the banner, and then we'll reroll. Take a Ritual and an Ashes. And then helmet, and roll again just for fun. Roll again just for fun. Got another grenade launcher there. We have 4 level 4 cursed grenade launchers. Let's see which one's the best. This one's 263, 242, 269, 300. So the last one is... And it has the best crit multiplier as well. So, yeah, this grenade launcher is way better than the other grenade launchers. Alright, let's go kill some bosses. I do like that we get just a storm of grenades when you have 6 grenade launchers. That's really satisfying. And we were able to kill the bosses really, really fast. All right, well, that was actually a really fun challenge. I honestly recommend it. Obviously, you have to get a little lucky early, but when you do and it starts paying off, it becomes awesome. So it's really nice to scale from really struggling at the beginning to just wiping the floor with everything. We got 675 materials from our bags, really good there. 40k damage from Cyberball, 14k damage from turrets, so not bad at all. Baby Elephant for 36k, which obviously is incredible. Our fishhooks did very well. We actually got a lot of really nice cursed items off of those. Of course, there are some times where we missed, but for the most part, I was very happy with how the fishhooks performed for the first time ever. Getting Plant and Sad Tomato early was really nice. Getting just that much regeneration really helped out. And the Cursed Ritual as well. Baby Squid gave us 11 regen. What else? The Bloody Hand was good for 42% damage. The Padding gave us a decent amount of money. The Celery Tea, I think we got like 1 or 2 levels off it. So it really wasn't bad either. Anvil obviously got us 2 level 4 weapons, which is great. And everything else we're just pretty happy with. Alright, my friends, I hope that you enjoyed that run with King with Grenade Launcher. Yet another of the most difficult challenges in the game completed. So if you have enjoyed the video, of course, feel free to leave a comment and hit like. Helps me out with the algorithm, so I appreciate you taking the time to do that. And of course, you can subscribe to my channel for more Brotato and other strategy game analysis. Cheers, folks. I'll catch you next time.